Hey there YouTube, I am on the opening screen of Rome Total War, and for all you Total War fans out there, this should be a very familiar screen to you guys because Rome Total War is where it started for most of the Total War gamers. I know this is where it started for me, and Rome just really brings you back. It's definitely an older game, but it still has its extreme perks. I actually have a battle replay to bring you guys today, so let's get right into that. And it is a 2v2, and you guys will see that is on a huge scale type unit size. And first time ever actually doing a huge scale unit battle, which is kind of sad considering how many Rome battles I've played. But different to me because your men definitely have a much longer time to fight before they will rout because there's so many units in each squadron. So it's definitely a unique experience. So we're almost here on the battle map, and here we are. Alright, so basically you can see that I am playing as Carthage, since they are my favorite faction here on Rome. And my ally over here, camera takes a little while to zoom, is the Julii Romans. So, nice player indeed, and you guys will see that he was definitely a very good teammate to have. This battle was actually played a little while ago. I just didn't have enough time to record until right now, and even now I don't have much time, so let's take a look at each army. Basically, I have 3 sets of slingers, and as you can see, these guys take up quite a wide range because of the unit scaling being huge. Then I have 3 sets of pointy infantry, 1 set of Sacred Band Spearmen, and one set of Long Shield Cavalry. And I'm sure you guys have figured this out by now, but this is a smaller funds fight. I think it was 10k, maybe, I could be wrong. But yeah, you can definitely tell it's a lower money battle because of the lower quality infantry and how small the armies are. Well, in regards to the squadrons of units, this is obviously a huge scale units scaling, but in terms of the number of squadrons, it's not really that much. Alright, then over here we have my Julii partner. He has 2 sets of Roman archers on the front ranks. Looks like the battle's actually started, so I'm going to put it in pause. 2 sets of Triarii over here on his left, followed up by a unit of Astati. Then he has a very thorough front rank here of 4 sets of Astati infantry. Then behind them he has one more unit of Roman archers, and finally his more elite infantry, 2 sets of early legionary cohort. These guys have 161 men a unit, as do the Stati. I could have swore that these guys actually had more men a unit, but I guess not. Anyway, now let's take a look at our 2 opponents. Our first opponent is the Pontus player over here. I'll actually put it in play now. He has 2 sets of archers, 3 sets of bronze shields, 2 sets of Cappadocian cavalry, one being his general. His general's over here. There he is. And 1 set of Pontic heavy cavalry. Then the player directly across from me has 4 sets of archers, 1 set of eastern infantry, 4 sets of heavy spearmen, and a bunch of desert cav. These guys are called Bedouin warriors, 4 sets of those guys. So quite a deadly cav force considering we are fighting in a desert type climate. So these guys get a special bonus. And I just want to show you guys basically what is going on here. Now, something I do want to mention. When our 2 opponents over here saw my ally camping up on the hill, which, you know, I don't blame him really, but I don't really like hill camping. You would never see me doing it because I find it unfair for my opponent. So basically, when they saw that, they decided, hey, let's go and team the Carthaginian. And they actually said this in just pure out game chat to everyone. And at this point, I'm like, oh crap, because obviously this is my first match back. So I figure this is not good at all. But luckily for me, I have a nice partner, and it's rare to find these, especially in all the time I've been playing. But he decides when he hears this, he's gonna rush down with everything he has, because he does not like that situation for me. See, normally, the players of Rome Total War would rather they just sacrifice their partner have me hurt these guys as much as possible, and then he would just stay up on the hill and wait for the remainder of the enemy units. Okay, so I've basically positioned my men to where my Sacred Band are in front. I've stretched them into a really thin line because these guys are absolute ponage against the infantry that we're about to face. So obviously, my guys can handle this. And you can see the arrows and slingers, well, I should say arrows and stones, but their archers and slingers are basically opening up on my men. And my slingers in the back over here are tossing their stones. But basically, this is when I decide to start up the huge infantry fight. I'm going to send in my Sacred Band really close here. And I'm going to charge in my pointy infantry on the flanks. And these guys are not in phalanx formation yet, but as soon as they hit their target, I'm going to place them in it. So, there you go. And over here, I have this unit of pointy infantry fighting back these eastern infantry. And basically, these guys are just going to rout practically immediately. There they go. They still have 155 men left in their unit when they rout, so that's pretty hilarious. Over here, my Armenian opponent, who is actually who I'm facing right now, he decides to charge all of these Bedouin warriors straight at my pointy. But he didn't expect me to wrap up the enemy eastern infantry so fast, so his charge is going to land right on my sarissas, and that's no good. Anyway, my Sacred Band here are still duking it out with his heavy spearmen. And the heavy spearmen are going to lose this fight. It says victory is certain, but then it just immediately changes to defeat seems certain, and back and forth again. And that was one thing with Rome that was quite odd. The, I guess, the victory kind of rules were weird. I've never really noticed when I was actually playing the game because, well, you know, I don't really have time to look. I was micromanaging everything. Over here, this could have been extremely bad, but I am able to stop it. He tries to charge his Bedouin warriors right in at the flank of my Sacred Band, but I am able to catch them with my pointy, and they're going to rip them up because I put them in phalanx formation. And there goes his Bedouin warriors right there. And you can see that my ally over here is finally to my... I'm sorry. My ally has finally come to my aid. And he is going to rush in, but unfortunately he really shouldn't have charged straight into the front of these bronze shields. As you can see, that was pretty devastating, and these guys got torn up. But everywhere else he's doing pretty good. He had these guys toss their Pilla, or actually they're going to right about now. So let's watch this. There goes the Pilla Storm. They're going to hit these guys. Now, thing you have to remember, these are Astati. Their Pilla is not going to do much damage, or I'm just going to call it Pilla. Anyway, my ally is doing a very smart thing, though, and he is going to basically outflank the Pontian player. But the Pontian player decides to charge in his Cappadocian Cav general right into these Triarii, which is not smart to begin with. But because Triarii are really derped in this game, it's not really causing much devastation. And unfortunately, there my ally's leader died. But you can see that my Sacred Band here have been very successful, and now we are just wrapping up the enemy archers. And there's also this one last unit of heavy spearmen fighting back, but they just routed. And now all that the Armenian player here has left is some archers. And sorry if I confuse the Armenians and the Pontians. It's been quite a while since I've played this game, and their flags are pretty darn similar. Anyway, here comes in the Armenian Bedouin warriors that stopped routing right onto the flank of these Triarii, and that's going to rout them. So you can see my ally is now just been almost completely routed. He still has a couple units of archers, and they will help me quite a bit in the fight. Over here, these Sacred Band and pointy infantry of mine are just going to cut down these Cappadocian Cav, and that's actually with his general in it, so there his general just routed and was killed. And over here I have these pointy infantry crushing these regrouped eastern infantry, and they're going to rout with quite a few men left again, and there they go. Over here comes in the Pontic heavy cav, and they're just going to run right into my sarissas as well, so these guys are going to go down. And here comes in the rest of the Pontian spear infantry. So here we go. And I actually clicked for my men to attack these guys. The only reason they're turned sideways is that glitch in Rome, where sometimes your sarissa units will face the wrong way for some reason. All I did was take them off, phalanx formation. I'm just going to have them drop their spears again. That's going to be the end of that. And here comes in my pointy infantry from the flank. You can see that he was going for an outflanking tactic, but I just stopped that pretty darn quickly. Dropped my sarissas, and we're going to start cutting these guys down. You can see that the Armenian player here has his remaining archers shooting right into the flank of my remaining infantry. But because of that glitch, it was kind of handy because my men's shields were turned that way, so it was kind of handy. But it's still like a glitch, but it actually helped. Over here you can see some of my allied regroup men. These guys are exhausted, literally, but they are trying to run and save me. But yeah, they're pretty darn tired. You can see that my Sacred Band and Pointy are definitely doing a fantastic job because these are bronze shields. They're not the best pike units at all. But the flaming arrows in my back isn't helping my case, really. So yeah, my pointy infantry are definitely doing a real number on the enemy bronze shields. And over here you can see that these Bedouin warriors are going to try to stop my allies' advance. And they're going to charge right into these early legionary cohorts. And here you can see one of the bronze shields of my Pontian opponent has routed. And that is basically the end of the rest of the Pontian infantry, and now he only has one more set. And I decided just to charge straight into the Sarissas because this one set cannot handle all of my men, so it's going to merely be a swamping tactic. And you can see that my allies' early legionary corps held their ground, and these Bedouin warriors still live, however. And this is actually with my Armenian opponent's general, so pretty interesting. So I was a little bit worried here because I was assuming he planned for a hammer and anvil. So I break off one unit of pointy infantry. I'm going to charge after him just slightly. And basically, he's not going to go for the hammer and anvil here, I don't believe. He's just going to keep running around. That would have been a perfect opportunity for that hammer and anvil, but that's fine with me. If he missed out on that charge, so that could have easily put an end to the game. Over here, you can see I'm losing a lot more men than I'd like, and that was because my Sarissas were glitched again. So I decided to do another recharge in and drop my Sarissas again. And you can see that there he tried for the hammer and anvil, but I had this pointy infantry hold the front. So I'm just keeping these guys back, and they're never going to get that charge that they really desperately needed. Those flaming arrows are still doing a number on my morale and my numbers, so I need to be really careful. Here he's going to try to get in again, but I am actually going to catch him here. Here is his general, actually. So his general almost got caught there. But he's just going to run straight through these Pontian bronze shields. And he's going to scoot around and launch an attack on the enemy Roman archers there. There goes the bronze shields there. And now these Bedouin warriors are just going to lay into these archers. But you can see that our opponents have no chance at this point. All they have left is some archers. I still have quite a bit of my infantry intact. And basically, there they go. The Pontian opponent has basically been wiped out. And that's the end of him. Now the only player left is the Armenian opponent, who will admit defeat here soon, seeing that it's going to be impossible. And it's at this point that I decide to run away, and this will cause lesser casualties, and I'm just going to let my opponent's archers skirmish. But like I said, the Armenian opponent's just going to admit defeat here in a second, which was good of him, because it would have been quite a while for us to catch these archers. And it's much better that he actually stayed and admitted defeat than left, because otherwise the AI would take control and just keep skirmishing away forever. And that was one thing about Rome that was always annoying. But anyway, my Roman ally here is going to try to catch these guys, and he's actually going to get a couple here with his early legionary cohort. These guys are exhausted. I really don't know why they actually got to catch these archers. The archers are very tired, but still they are archers, and they can definitely skirmish more. But yep, hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I won't be bringing you guys this as often as I typically do, but you know, I like showing this quite a bit. Obviously Shogun has some very nice benefits to Rome, but something you guys never saw, my Longshield Cav bit it early on. You remember those Bedouin warriors that came around my flank? Well, they actually killed my Longshield Cav when I wasn't microing them, because, I don't know, I just didn't really have good micro in this fight. But anyway, these guys are going to end the fight here. They're going to charge right into these archers, and that's going to be the end of that. And now I just have to charge down into those guys, and that's pretty much going to be it. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this battle. I know I did, because it was quite interesting, and I'm really happy I had a good ally. And if you guys want to know, my ally's name here was Redefy. I think that's how you say it. R-E-D-E-I-F-Y. So I believe that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, there goes the final archer unit, and I believe his general is still around here somewhere. Is he? Maybe not. Nope. Anyway, that is basically the end of the fight there, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, because it was quite an interesting fight. I'm happy to put a Rome video up on the channel, because it has been quite a while. And yeah, there you go, admitted defeat.
But only just.
So, yep, that's the end of the fight right there. It was a close victory. I got 1,200, well actually, I got 2,099 kills, and had 576 men remaining. My ally got 534 kills with 750 men remaining, and the only reason he didn't get as many kills was because he was up on the hill a lot, and I kind of basically owned them up while he came down for assistance. But without him, my victory definitely would have happened, because he definitely really stalled my opponent. Then, Angry Lord, one of my opponents, the Pontine opponent, got 1,255 kills and had 285 men remaining. And my Armenian opponent, RTW Pro Serbia, got 831 kills and had 312 men remaining. Good game to both my opponents, and special thanks to my partner. So, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll be bringing you some more in the future, but this is going to take the place of the Shogun 2 video today, because I actually don't have time today to put up another video. So I hope you enjoyed, and there will be more Mountain Blade with Fire and Sword tomorrow. See you guys.